All right, inside row number 1 for Nebraska Lottery Modified Heat Race number 1. It's going to be the 21T Tyler Hard. His outside, the Shark, Sean Harker.
On the inside of row number 2, you'll see the 21H SHR car of Scott Bivens. To his outside, it's the A-Train and the 8A Dustin Anderson.
Row number 3, last night's winner, the 8C Chad Anderson and the 5S Bob Zobek.
Fourth and final row, 27 of Clint Holman and the 3 of Dan Jackson. Green flags out. We're going to get this one underway. Har and Harker going at it. Harker with the early jump. Har's going to try and battle back to the low side, nothing doing. Put the 40 machine to the top spot. Here comes Dustin Anderson to battle it out for second.
Wow, a couple of guys jumping the cushion. Bob Zobek needed to do some evasive maneuvers to get out of the way of some drivers. Some heads up driving and elbows up driving early on. Zobek's going to tap the wall in the middle of turns 1 and 2. All the while back to the front, Sean Harker, your race leader, followed by Dustin Anderson, Chad Anderson, Clint Holman, and Scott Bivens.
For a second there, Chad Anderson and Clint Holman were running this thing like a train on a track, right next to each other, following each other through the field. Currently in the lead, Sean Harker hanging on to it. Then it's the Anderson brothers with Scott Bivens rounding out your top 4. Sun starting to shine off in turn 4. That's going to impact these drivers' vision as they roll down the back straightaway and into 3.
Out of turn 4, coming to 6 laps left to go. Sean Harker, Dustin Anderson, Chad Anderson, Scott Bivens, Clint Holman, Dan Jackson, Tyler Hart, and Bob Zobek. That's the field.
Dustin Anderson picked up a lot of speed on that last lap. He's trying to close in on the back bumper of Sean Harker. He's got a long way to go and a short time to get there. As this time by off of 4, there's going to be 5 laps remaining for Harker, Anderson, and Bivens.
4 laps left to go for the Shark. Sean and Dustin Anderson is closing in. So is Chad Anderson. Both the Anderson boys closing in on the Shark. Diamond off the corner is the 40. Gets a little bit of a momentum run down the front stretch. Into turn 1. Oh, good set of corners for Sean Harker. He pulls away from Dustin Anderson. Is now Chad Anderson's closed in on his brother. Car around turn 3. That's the 21T of Tyler Har, and the caution will wave.
That is exactly what Sean Harker did not want to see.
Yeah.
Yep. That is exactly what the Anderson brothers did want to see.
Caution lights are off. We're good to go. 2 laps left to go. Sean Harker, Dustin Anderson, Chad Anderson, Scott Bivens, Dan Jackson, Clint Holman. Green flag is out.
Harker continues to the point. Dustin Anderson, near slip of the grip from Chad Anderson. Wastes no time, gets back to the loud pedal. As the Shark continues to lead this one down, Caden Murray's got the white flag in hand. One more trip around.
Chad Anderson just took a little bit of a slip. He's able to regroup, holds on to third. Dustin Anderson taking a peek to the inside of Sean Harker. White flags out, final set of corners.
Definitely set the bonsai move, but this time by off turn 4. Heat race win, going to the 40 machine. That's the Shark, Sean Harker. Dustin Anderson brings it home in the second spot. Chad Anderson third, and rounding out the top 4. And Dan Jackson rounding out the top 4. I had to wait for official correction on that one. But Eagle Raceway makes some noise for your heat race winner. 2 on the inside, it's the 4B, Brandon Verbeek. To his outside in the 25, it's Ricky Racer Steffen.
Row number 2 to the inside is going to be the 7 of Bob Rusinger. To his outside, a former track champion, the 81, the Cartwheel King, Mike Densberger.
Starting on the inside of row number 3, you'll see the 96 machine of Jackson Sadoff. To his outside in the 3A, it's Aaron Pella.
Your final row will be the 21T, Cameron Thompson. To his outside, the 111 of Ethan Braxma.
Good catch. I didn't think you were going to get that one.
Thanks.
Here we go, heat race number 2. Ricky Steffen wasting no time to get the advantage into turn number 1. Verbeek hanging on to the second spot for the time being, but Mike Densberger makes his way around off turn number 2.
Good job by Brandon Verbeek. Had to getting hard onto The binders did, oh nope, then he makes contact with Densberger, never mind. Missed him in turn 2, got him in turn 4. Jackson Sadoff looking underneath of Verbeek. Wow, Steffens is gone. 8 laps left to go for the 25. Then it's Densberger, Verbeek, Sadoff.
What a battle between Sadoff and Verbeek down the back straightaway. Jackson Sadoff with the low side advantage. A little bit of a bobble for the 4B. That's going to hand the third spot over, but Verbeek challenges back through 1 and 2.
Out of turn 4, the 25 of Ricky Steffen. 6 laps left to go. Big advantage over Mike Densberger. Densberger's got a nice lead over Jackson Sadoff. Sadoff also enjoying a nice lead over the battle for fourth, as the 111 of Ethan Braxma takes the spot away from the 4B of Brandon Verbeek.
Ricky Steffen checked out on the field by 3/4 of a front straightaway. This time by, it'll be 4 laps to go for the Sioux City runner. Mike Densberger hanging on to the second spot. Jackson Sadoff, but here comes Ethan Braxma on the bottom side. He wants to race for it down the back straightaway. Sadoff hangs on to the advantage. Here we go into turn number 3. Braxma down low, Sadoff up high. Little bobble for Jackson Sadoff is going to give the third spot away to Ethan Braxma.
2T of Cameron Thompson has pulled off the racetrack. His heat race is done. Out of turn 4, the 25 of Ricky Steffen gets a signal of 2 laps left to go. Mike Densberger, Ethan Braxma, Jackson Sadoff, Brandon Verbeek, Aaron Pella, and Bob Rusinger. And out of turn number 4, we're going to see the white flag. 1 lap left to go.
1/3 of a mile remaining in your modified heat race. Ricky Steffens dominant from the drop of the green flag. Down the back straightaway for the 25 machine. Final time. Off turn number 4, coming to the checkered flag. Ricky Racer Steffen gets the job done in your Nebraska Lottery Modified Heat Race. Densberger brings it home in the second spot. Braxma in third. And rounding out the top 4, it's the junior jet, Jackson Sadoff.
Your 5th and final transfer will be the 4B of Brandon Verbeek.
And your 4th and final row will consist of 33M. That's James Mason Brink. And to his outside in the 18, it's the tool man, Terry Richards. So Thompson and Miller, row 1, Dieterding, Jenkins, row 2, Grabowski and Patterson, row 3, and row 4, Mason, Brink, and Richards.
Grabowski bringing it home in 2nd last night, so good run for him, but wasn't able to close in on the 8C of Chad Anderson. We'll see if he can make the difference tonight. Green flag is out. 3rd and final modified heat race.
Nate Thompson out to the early advantage. Good 3-car battle going on there for second on back. Daniel Miller hangs on to the second spot. Here comes Jordan Grabowski on the low side of 3 and off of 4. Lap number 1 is going to go to the 3-team machine of Thompson.
Followed by Miller, then Grabowski and Jenkins. 5th transfer right now is the 13J of Jared Dieterding. He's under fire from the 18 of Terry Richards. Out of turn 4, Nate Thompson takes another lap as Grabowski has gotten around for 2nd and Jenkins has gotten around for 3rd. Grabo takes over the race lead with 6 laps left to go. Can Nate Thompson battle back? Nate Thompson picked up the Stock Car Track Championship last year. Looking to find his way to Stumpy's Custom Creation Winner's Circle this year in the Modified. So right now your top 5 are Grabowski, Thompson, Jenkins, Miller, and Richards. That's your top 5 cars moving on right now.
Grabowski continuing his dominance with 4 more trips around in this heat race. Your battle's shaping up for the second spot. Ryan Jenkins is going to make his way around the 3T of Thompson, put Thompson to the 3rd spot in the 3 car. Terry Richards and Daniel Miller hanging on to the 4th and 5th transfer spots as Grabowski continues to lead, this time by off of 4. 2 more trips around for the 30 machine.
Jordan Grabowski once again down the backstretch. Out of turn 4, comfortable lead over the 6 of Ryan Jenkins. Jenkins, nice lead over the 3T of Nate Thompson. Thompson, an advantage over the 18 of Richards. But down the backstretch into turn number 3 for the final time. And out of turn number 4, Jordan Grabowski is going to get the win. Followed by Ryan Jenkins, Nate Thompson, Terry Richards. And your final transfer car should be the 7M of Daniel Miller. Row number 2 to the inside, the 13J, Jared Dieterding. To his outside, the 5S, Bob Zobek.
Starting on the inside of row 3, it's the 7 of Bob Rusinger. To his outside in the 33M, James Masonbrink.
Tyler Haar and Cameron Thompson scheduled to start row number 4.
And row number 5, all by his lonesome, is the 22 of Jim Patterson. Green flag is out. Sorry.
James, green, down into turn number 1. Pella with Homan underneath. Homan hard on the loud pedal, trying to get the run off the corner. Won't make it happen. Zobek's going to pull up to the back of Clint Homan. Homan now pulls even with the race leader, slides up the track. You've got a battle for the race lead. Homan takes lap number 1.
What a battle for 1 lap into this one. Aaron Pella's going to try to fight back by going just a lane lower. Bob Zobek also trying to join in. A car length separates them. Here we go, Bob Zobek on the low side.
Homan, wow, good catch. Homan almost went around, collects the car. Pella gets by. Homan in 2nd, Zobek in 3rd.
And how about that battle for 4th down the backstretch? That's going to be Haar and Rusinger. Only 4 cars moving on to tonight's main event. Haar currently hanging on to the 4th and final transfer spot as Homan takes another dive on the bottom side against Aaron Pella.
I'm going to throw you for a curveball. We're going to take 5. Wow, Homan and Pella just wheel hopped down the backstretch. Pella's going to fall back a spot. Homan gets the race lead away. Then it's Zobek, Haar, and Rusinger. That's your top 5 transfers right now. Masonbrink and Dieterding battling for the first car outside looking in. Oh no, Pella into the wall.
Oh, and he keeps it going. How about the 3A of Aaron Pella? That's going to cost him a couple of spots. Here comes Tyler Haar in the 21. Big moves for the 21. Down the back straightaway on the low side. He's going to set his sights on the inside of Pella as Homan continues to lead this one.
Pella and Haar going at it. Haar and Pella back and forth. Pella has had a rough race, but he's hanging in there like a prize-fighting champion. All the while back to the front. Clint Homan, Tyler Haar, Aaron Pella, Bob Zobek, and Bob Rusinger. Distracting.
Clint Homan now set sail away from the field. Haar in the 2nd spot. Pella in 3rd. Bob Zobek rounding out your top 4. Here comes another Bob trying to put his hat in the ring. It's the 7 machine, Bob Rusinger. Nothing doing that time by. Your battle's going to shape back up for 3rd and 4th. Here comes Bob Zobek on the bottom side in the 5S.
White flag has waved. Final time down the backstretch for Clint Homan, Tyler Haar, Aaron Pella, Bob Zobek, and Bob Rusinger. Out of turn 4, Homan's going to get the win. Sorry. 2nd place was the 21 of Tyler Haar. In 3rd was the 3A Aaron Pella. In 5th, the 4th, the 5S of Bob Zobek in your final transfer should be the 7 of Bob Rusinger, as the 2T of Cameron Thompson stuck against the implement tire in the middle of turns 3 and 4.
Row 7, 21H, Scott Bivens is outside Brandon Verbeek in the 4B, and rounding out the field, it'll be the 7M of Daniel Miller.
Then you've got your B feature transfers, the 27 of Clint Holman, the 21T Tyler Haar, the 3A Aaron Pella, the 5S Bob Zobek, and the 7 of Bob Rusinger. Eagle Raceway, they're 4 wide for the best in the business. Give them a wave. It's all.
Gary Dominguez out there pacing the field in the Nebraska Realty pace car. Beautiful flashing safety lights go out in the corners. Gary Dominguez is going to bring that pace car down to the infield, and we've got him coming at you. 25 big laps for your Nebraska Lottery Mighty Modifieds. Rolling slow through 3. They're going to stand on the loud pedal off of 4. Let's roar. Night number 2 Icebreaker Challenge. Let's go.
Racer Ricky Steffen on the high side. Dan Jackson to the inside. They're beating and banging, throwing elbows, throwing hip checks, pulling no punches. Modifieds down into turns 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, lap number 1. We'll go to Ricky Steffen, Sean Harker, and last night's winner, Chad Anderson, is there.
Chad Anderson making quick work out of this field as your battle is for the lead between Steffen and the Shark. Harker down to the low side, Steffen up high. Normally the high side tonight has been the momentum line, but it doesn't have anything for the Shark right now. Low side for the 40 machine, and he's got the top spot away.
We noted earlier in the night that Sean Harker had an engine change last night, broke a brand new motor, decided to put an old motor back in there so he can compete tonight. He is leading on lap number 3, 22 to go. Racer Ricky Steffen, Chad Anderson, and up to 4th is the 111 of Ethan Braxma. Steffens jumps the cush.
That's going to allow Chad Anderson to get by into that second spot. Broxma's trying to come along with him. Broxma down to the low side, Steffen on the high side. Here comes Broxma into the 3rd spot, and he's trying for more. Chad Anderson battles it out with him through 3 and 4 as the Shark continues to lead 2nd spot to Anderson.
Chad Anderson, absolutely one of the best modified drivers at Eagle Raceway. End of last year, beginning of this year. Settle down, hit your marks, and Chad Anderson is going to move forward. He's got a lot of pressure from the 111 of Braxma.
I tell you what, this is close quarters racing up here at the front. The Shark only has about a 2-car length advantage. A little bit of a bobble from Anderson that time by is going to allow the 111 to mount more of a challenge to the low side. Broxma's got the 2nd spot away.
Broxma, can he hold the 2nd spot at the line? He's got it. Chad Anderson's going to go back to the high side. Broxma's got the motor off the corner. He's going to pull away by 2 car lengths. Broxma now sets his sights on the 40 of Sean Harker.
Race fans, remember, Chad Anderson is trying to go for that twice as nice bonus, extra $1,000 if the 8C can find his way to victory lane. But in the meantime, it looks like the car to beat is either going to be the 40 or the 111 that's now challenging for the lead. Ethan Broxma trying to get the top spot away.
Oh, great move by Sean Harker. Broxma moved up the racetrack to try to find a different line around. Harker somehow knew to go up also, took the line away from Broxma. Harker now goes low in 1 and 2, pulls away down the backstretch. They both go low in 3 and 4. Great sportsmanship by these two. Broxma's there again, 15 to go.
Man, keep your eyes peeled on this battle for the lead. Here comes Broxma to the low side. The Shark up to the high side. This time by, he gets bested by Ethan Broxma in the 111. Let's see how the Shark fights back off of 4. Dan, you've got a new race leader.
Broxma did a great job getting around Sean Harker. Harker deals with lap traffic. Now Chad Anderson has set his sights on the 40 of Sean Harker. 14 to go, out of turn 4, your leader, Ethan Broxma. 13 laps left to go in your Mighty Modified.
Lap traffic playing a heavy factor in this one. We got trouble in turn 2. Chad Anderson makes it around. He's into the second spot. Daniel Miller had trouble there. Here goes Chad Anderson.
No, Anderson took the race lead away. Sean Harker got by Braxima with that dust up in turn 2. Chad Anderson is 12 laps away from cashing $1,000.
Oh,
Jordan
big trouble in one.
is into the wall, turn 1. So is the 7M, I believe, Daniel Miller. He should. We're going to go green out of turn 4. Chad Anderson, man, he's got to be shaking his head.
I tell you what he is doing. He's chomping at the bit because the green light's lit. We're back to racing action at Eagle Raceway. Broxma with a great start on that one. Sean Harker and Chad Anderson are going to go at it. A little bit of a bobble from Anderson is going to cost him a couple of car lengths off the back bumper of the 40.
Braxima pulling away from Harker and Anderson. Good run for Ryan Jenkins. He's going to get around Mike Densberger for the 5th spot. Jenkins running the high side. Densberger gets back on the exit of turn number 2.
Man, that battle for the 5th spot is excellent.
All the way back in the field, fantastic battles. While the top 3 have broken away, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th all going at it.
Meanwhile, Chad Anderson has caught up to the back of the 40. Sean Harker through the corners. Harker gets good straightaway speed away from him.
Caution is out. The 3N, I believe. Yep, Pella brought that one out. 3A, excuse me. 3N just finished being in victory lane. Right when Jenkins, Harker, Anderson, Sadoff, Jackson, Homan. Here we go. Green flag is out.
Going back to green, Broxma seems to be the restart king. Gets a great advantage on the field off turn 4. Battles continuing to shape up. Mike Densberger battling back to the inside of Ryan Jenkins up towards the front of the field. Chad Anderson's going to try to make his move on the 40 of Sean Harker. Nothing doing that time by.
There he goes. I wondered how long Anderson was going to be patient. Might have to dust off that chrome horn. He cuts Harker a break this time. Anderson had a great run down the front stretch, and Harker just kind of slid up in front of him, and Anderson not cutting him any slack. Goes back at it again, but while these two are fighting for that second position, Braxima is pulling away, and Anderson is watching that $1,000 bonus escape.
Good charge from the 8C, that time off of 4. He's going to draw to the rear quarter of the 40 machine. Using the extreme high line is the 8C. It didn't work that time for momentum move.
Excuse me, turn 1. Dan Jackson almost hits the wall, gets it collectively stay green. 6 laps left to go as Anderson finally gets second away.
Steals the second spot away from Harker, but he's got a long way to go to catch up to the rear bumper of Ethan Broxma. 5 laps to go this time by off of turn 4. Dan Jackson's car does have a lot of a push through the corners. Keep your eyes on the 3 car back in the field. Chad Anderson trying to run down the 111 of Broxma.
Excuse me, 4 laps left to go for Ethan Broxma. Last time by, Anderson was 0.3 faster, but I think he had a little bit of an issue going into 1.
I just don't know that there's going to be enough laps left in this one, Dan. 3 laps to go for Ethan Broxma. Chad Anderson.
Car around turn 4, caution is going to come out again.
Chad Anderson may be thanking his lucky stars for that one, but with the kind of restarts that Ethan Broxma's been getting, he's going to be a tough one to beat, even for last year's track champion, the 8C Chad Anderson. really giving us a good example of why they call him the Fort Calhoun Outlaw.
Tyler Haar bringing out that caution, the 21T.
To settle the Icebreaker Challenge. And again, Chad Anderson going for that twice as nice bonus. Oh, it's going to be a good one. We sold you the whole seat, but you're only going to need the edge of it because we're getting ready to go back green here and now, Dan Taylor.
Green flag is out. Proxima gets a good start. Anderson about a car length behind. They both go low. Anderson bobbles a little bit. Jenkins goes around right in front of the field.
Can he get it refired?
Waiting. Caution is out. That restart will come back. Let's do it one more time. For the 6th time tonight, we're going to take a drink. Eagle Raceway, if it's a hot chocolate, if it's a beer, or if it's a water, get them up, get them up, get them up. Take a drink.
Probably your last chance of the night to get a good fireball shooter in as well.
I think so.
Hopefully last chance of the night.
She leaking a little bit?
She's empty.
Ah.
It was just clearing out the lines from where I took it off.
So Ryan Jenkins bringing out that caution. And I believe he's taking it up into the pits. Yes, he has. Here we go. Oh, I just missed the replay. Son of a gun.
Well, and it's nicely placed right there by you.
Right in front of me. Should be able to see it pretty easily.
All right, the pace car is into the infield. Ethan Broxma, Chad Anderson, Sean Harker, Dustin Anderson, your top 4 going back at it. 3-lap war to settle the score.
Much better start this time for Broxma. He's got about a 2-car length advantage. Anderson's hanging on, but not by enough. Oh, hard into the corner goes Anderson. He's going to drift up the racetrack. He went hard into 3, hoping to get the car to stick. Proxima's gone. The fat lady has not sang yet. Chad Anderson trying anything he can. White flag, final time.
Final time, final night, 2 of the Icebreaker Challenge. Ethan Broxma down the back straightaway. Chad Anderson's going to need a Hail Mary if he's going to get the job done. I don't believe he's going to do it. Off of turn number 4 for the final time. Your A main winner for your Icebreaker Challenge, the 111. That's Ethan Broxma. Bringing it home in the 2nd spot is the 8C of Chad Anderson. The 40 of Sean Harker in 3rd. And rounding out your top 4 is going to be Ricky Racer Steffen. Eagle Raceway, I want you to let out your loudest primal scream for your Icebreaker Challenge winner. In the 111, it's Ethan Broxma.
Coming to us all the way from Newton, Iowa. Getting all of his stuff off. As he gets ready to climb out, ladies and gentlemen, it is Ethan Broxma! Wow, is all I can say. Take us through that run.
I got to the lead there, and I got in the cushion a little too hard and stalled the car, and luckily that yellow came out of there with the last, about 1 lap to go after that. I stalled it and got my spot back, luckily, and I just kind of found the bottom there. Down in 3 and 4 before them, and if I could hit it right, it'd be really good.
So I got to ask, what brought you over here all the way from Newton?
All the rain in Iowa.
Okay, fair enough. Who do you got to thank that gets you up and down the road and helped you get to Stumpy's Custom Creations Victory Lane?
Rage Chassis, Justin and Holly O'Brien, Drew Jansen, everything he does, busts his butt on the wrenches, Trent Guest Motorsports, Hydro Dig, everything he does for us, Danny Meyer, multi-packaging printing. My parents, they've done a lot for me, and I can't thank them enough. My whole family, Fast Shafts, Jansen Fabrication, Telesense, just everyone that puts a big part in this, can't do without you.
Well, now you have a beautiful Crystal Eagle that you can take home with you. Ethan, congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thanks for all the fans coming out and braving the cold, appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Nebraska Lottery Modified winner, it's Ethan Broxma.